but it follows along with that CK diagram. Part of it does. Here's what it tells us. It says that in a word with only one vowel, okay, the k sound at the end will never be spelled with a C. So that's saying, like, if you hear a short vowel, I, followed by the k sound, it will not be made by just the C alone. It has to be made with either the CK or a K. So for example, the word milk has a short vowel followed by a k sound. That would be made by the K. Never will it ever be made by just a C, okay? CK can come together and make that sound, but C alone cannot be at the end of a word and make that sound. Bulk is another example, and risk. So they could have letters, consonants in front of them to make it like a blend of sorts, but it would have to be that K that's making that k sound, never the C. If the k sound comes right after a short vowel, you use the CK digraph to spell the k sound at the end of the word. If you can't spell k with a CK, use a K, like in truck, back. These have the CK digraphs: track, peck, sack, muck, and trick, and mop. But here's where they're saying, if you hear the k sound following that short vowel, it has to be made by the K in bulk, mist, milk, and risk. It's the same as what I just told you here. So basically, short vowels that have that k sound directly after the vowel will be made by the CK digraph. But if it has a k sound after the short vowel with like a consonant in front of it, so it has that, blend, final blend at the end of it, then you're going to add a K and not a C, because no word will ever end in a C. There are a few exceptions though. There are always exceptions. Exception means rule breakers. So the exceptions to this rule are some Latin words that end in a CT, like the word act and fact. Do you see how they both have that k sound after a short vowel, but they also have that T sound after the k sound? Act, fact. Thumbs up if that makes sense. That's a lot of information. And I'll show it to you each day this week so you'll get more familiar with this rule. And then we'll put it up on the wall along with our floss rule, because this will pop up again throughout the year, okay? So there's something you need to know. Now let's take a look at day one's list of words, and let's start doing some coding and some reading. So let's take a look at our first word and find our vowel. Look past your vowel and tell me, is this an open, closed, or silent E pattern? I found my vowel, look past it, I see a consonant. Is this open, closed, or silent E? It's closed.
I have him just now, but I'm going to let him do with Miss Harmon and then.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so we've got a closed syllable. So what sounds our vowel going to make, everyone? Ah, that wasn't everyone though. And what sound is our vowel going to make? Ah, yeah, let's participate. And that's a short sound, so let's label it with our breathe. And what I'd like you to do with this CK, let's underline the CK diagram so you remember that those two letters have come together. Remember how the video said you're not gonna pronounce the word by going k, k. They're not both gonna make their individual sound. They're gonna come together and make one sound because it's the same sound, right? So keep that in mind. That's why we're putting that line underneath it, because they're together. It's a digraph. Two letters come together to make one sound. Now let's read this word. Are you ready? Read. Very good. Move on to the next word and find your vowel. Look past it. Is it open, closed, or silent E? Show me with your syllable type. Open, closed, or silent E. Max, can you show me your syllable type? It's closed because we have a consonant following our vowel. So, what sound will our vowel make, everyone? Ah. Again, the short sound, so we're going to label that A with the breathe. And what do we want to do with that CK since they've come together to make one sound? Tessa?
Underline.
Underline it. We're going to chunk them together. Okay, and remember that CK, make that one sound, which is K. All right, are you ready? I'd like you to read. Try again. Black. Good. Move on down to the next word and find your vowel. Look all the way past your vowel and tell me, is it open, closed, or silent E? Open, closed, silent E. Ishmael's ready. Ayla's ready. Thank you. It's closed. So what sound will our vowel make this time? Yeah. It's going to make that short sound. So we're going to label it with the breathe. And what's going to happen with the C and the K? Ayla? We're going to underline it because why though? Why are we underlining it? Tell me. Yeah, they come together to make that one sound. That's why they're called that digraph. All right, so take a look at what you got. And for those of you still kind of confused with those D's and B's, this is a B. Are you ready? Read. One more time. Buck. Like a deer. A male deer is a buck. They have all the rack, the horns, all that fancy stuff. All right, take a look at your next word. And before we talk about anything else with this word, I want you to tell me, do you notice something about this word that makes it different? Sophie, what do you notice?
It's capitalized.
It is. So what would that give you a clue about this word? Chandler, what's the clue here? It's capitalized. What's that mean? It's a name of someone. So we'll see when we figure it out if it's someone you know. All right, find your vowel and look past it. Is this open, closed, or silent E? Show me that syllable type. Open, closed, or silent E? Oh, I'm looking for those syllable types still. Oh, some of you are showing me silent E, and I don't see an E at the end of this word, so I know that's not right. Oh, I find my vowel and look past it, and I know it's closed. If you were showing me this, you were right. So what sound will our vowel make? I. Label it with a breathe. Okay, and what about our CK? What do we want to do with CK this time, Ishmael? We're going to underline it because those two letters come together to make that one sound. All right, this is a name. Remember, ready, read. Nick. Thumbs up if you know someone named Nick. I actually don't. So that's an interesting fact. I don't at this time. All right, let's look at our next word. Find your vowel. Look past it. Is this open, closed, or silent E? Show me your syllable type. Open, closed, or silent E. Well, I see some of you are very tired today, but we still have to work. It's closed because our vowel has a consonant following it. So let's label our vowel with a breathe again. And what are we going to do with our CK again? Tessa? We're going to underline it. Again, why are we underlining it? Why are we underlining it, Maddie? Well, because they come together. They come together to make what? Tessa? They come together to make a digraph or one sound, okay? So we want to keep that in mind. All right, take a look at your word. And again, this is a D for us, those of us still, again, trying to work that out. Are you ready? Read. Say it again. Deck. Good. Move on to the next word and find your vowel. Look past your vowel. And is this an open, closed, or silent E pattern? Open, closed, silent E. I see Ayla's syllable type. I now see a few more, but I don't see everyone. Guys, remember, when you find your vowel, if you look past it and there's a consonant, it is a closed syllable because your vowel is closed off by a consonant. So when it's closed, your vowel will be short. So what sound will this vowel make? I don't hear you. Ah. Wow, we gotta wake up this morning, guys. Let's wake up and do our job. Let's put a line under our CK because again, they make one sound when they come together. And what sound do they make? Say it louder. Right. They make that k sound. All right, are we ready? Read. Try again. Sack. I want everybody reading our words, so if we don't read them the first time, then we'll have to read them another time. So keep that in mind as we're working today. What do you notice about this word? This word also has something interesting going on. Victor? It's a name, and what's your clue that it's a name, Victor? Oh, he forgot. Okay, let's see if somebody can remind him. Judah?
It has a capital Z.
It has a capital Z at the beginning, so it's capitalized, right? All right, so we know it's a name. Let's find our vowel and look all the way past your vowel, and I want to see every syllable type, everybody participating. Is this an open, closed, or silent E syllable type? Open, closed, or silent E? Mercer and Chandler, I need your help. Is this an open, closed, or silent E syllable type? How about you, Styles? I need your help. And Paisley, what syllable type is this word following? Thank you. It's closed. So what sound will our vowel make? Ah. That would be our short sound, so label it with a brief. Our C and K, what sound will they come together to make, Ishmael? That's right. So we're going to underline it to help us remember they come together to make just one sound. And now I want you to have this ready to read. Are you ready? Everybody, read.
Zach.
Good. It's the name Zach. All right, last word for today. Find your vowel. I want to see this. This needs to be the best word we've done all morning. Find your vowel and look past it. Is it open, closed, or silent E pattern? Take a look at it. Open, closed, or silent E. Oh, good. That's so much better. I'm still waiting on a few friends. Show me your syllable type, Henry. Open, closed, or silent E. It's closed. So what sound will our vowel make? So that would be our short sound. So let's label it with a brief. What sound will our CK digraph make, everyone? Right, so let's underline it so we remember that's one sound. Now notice this word has a blend at the beginning. So remember how we take two sounds that blend together. All right, you should have had time to figure it out. Are you ready? Read.
Stop.
Right, now let's read it with everybody.
Stop.
Very good. All right, if you will take this and put this inside your orange folder and transition to your soundboards and markers, we can work on some spelling practice, a little encoding today. And we're going to go ahead and turn over to the lines. And remember, we have new boxes for our Elconian boxes, but we're going to use them the same as we have before. Except something different will happen with your diagram. So I want you to keep that in your mind, but when we get to it, we're going to have to stop after we encode the first word. After we segment it, we're going to have to think about what are we going to do with that diagram. So you be thinking about that right now before we get to that stage. All right. Still reviewing heart words, so we don't have a new heart word today, so I guess we'll just move on to this. All right, are you ready? Here's your first word. Repeat back to me, neck. Everybody stretch out your arm. It's been a week or so since we've done this. Let's encode the word neck. Ready? Neck. Let's count our sounds. Neck. Victor, I need your participation. How many sounds do you hear?
3.
So we're only going to be using 3 of our boxes. Now I'm going to model this, but I want you to watch. The 2 letters, that diagram, are made up of, come together in one box because there's only one sound. Does everybody understand that? Okay, so don't forget when we're working with digraphs, they're going to come together, but they go in one box because they only make one sound. All right, once you have this written in your box, you've segmented and written it in your box once, go ahead and flip over and segment and write some more. Neck. Neck. And use your brain. Don't use my screen. I will not have this word up and the next word up here at all. This next word, you'll have to figure it out on your own, and you should be doing that now anyway. Neck. Again, that sound is made by the C and the K digraph that come together. We're not worrying about that right now. No, ma'am. We're writing. Writing. If that's not working out for you, go get a tissue, okay? Neck. Keep going, sir. And it's a CK. I don't know what that is. Neck. Neck. Let's make that a little bit shorter stick, because that makes it look like an H when your stick is too tall. Neck. Neck. Are you okay? Drink some water. Neck. How about writing it one more time? And then you obviously can see on this one how we should have spelled the word neck. Neck. Remember though, on the next ones, you want to remember that that C and that K digraph come together to make that one sound, so they belong in one box. All right, erase your boards and go back to the Elconian boxes. And let's move on to our next word. Okay, I want everybody helping. Repeat back to me. Back. Let's try again. Back. Arm out, stretch it out, and let's encode. Back. Let's count our sounds. Back. How many sounds?
3.
Just 3 again. So we want to segment and write in our Elconian box. Back. Notice I've got 2 dots in that third box because of that digraph. Back. Back. Once you have it in the correct box, flip it over and segment and write some more. Back. 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 Try to write it 2 more times. Back. 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 All right, erase your board. Flip back over to the Elconian box. That's really loud. And let's just do one more today. All right, here's the next and last word. All right, repeat back to me, everyone. Pick. Try again. Pick. Arm out. Everybody's arm out. Let's go, Victor. Pick. Count your sounds. Pick. How many sounds do you hear? 4? I only hear 3. So we need to find, well, you don't have a box of 3 anymore. You have to only use 3 boxes. Pick. But again, notice how I have 2 dots under that third box. Pick. That is where our digraph goes. Our 2 letters that come together to make that one sound. ick, hick, itch. Look at the sound wall if you're not sure again. Ick, itch. Ick, hick. Ick, hick. Ick, hick. Let's keep on a little faster there. Ick, hick. Ick, hick. Ick. Okay, it's not it's itch. It's not edge, it's itch. And if you're not sure what part that is, take a look here at the sound wall, find your vowel, and look for the one that shows someone itchy. They've got an itch on their arm, so they're scratching it. This one, the E, the short E, shows someone on the edge. Those are two different sounds that some of us are still confusing. The word hick has that short I sound. Ick. And you should have spelled the word pig. Ick. And again, that CK digraph should be in that third box together because those two letters make one sound. Charlie, please get out your soundboard and marker so you can participate in the next part of our lesson. Now go ahead and erase your boards and flip over to the line side of your boards for your dictation sentence today. Now, before we begin with our dictation sentence, let's talk about what makes a good sentence. What do we do when we're writing a sentence? What's the very first thing we do to our sentence to get it started off the right way? Liv, what do?
A capital letter.
We start it with a capital letter. Every sentence in the whole world and every book you'll ever read will begin with a capital letter. If it does not, then there is something that is wrong with that sentence. That is just the bottom line. You must start your sentences with a capital letter. What is something that we put in between all of our words so we can actually read our sentence? What do we do there, Blaze? We must have spacing, finger spacing between our words so we can read it. Okay? What do we put at the end of our sentences, Ishmael? Punctuation marks. So there are 3 types of ending punctuation. What's one, Liv?
Period.
Period. If I'm telling you something, you would put a period at the end of that telling sentence. What's something else that's ending punctuation, Tessa? An exclamation mark. And we use that when we want to do what? Who can tell me? When do I use an exclamation mark, Chandler? When you want to show more feelings, right. And then there's one more final ending punctuation mark that I would use if I was asking you something. I raised my voice up at the end, Ayla. What am I talking about? A question mark. You're right. Now, the sentences, excuse me? That's unacceptable. You can take a break if you're going to be noisy and disruptive. Now, the sentences that they've given us for this week are kind of tricky, so I think Miss McCain might have to make up one of her own. I just don't know what to say about these. I've got one for you. I made up my own. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And this one, you should be able to phonetically write all the words. If you don't know them, stretch it out and write the sounds that you hear, the letters that make those sounds down, or they're words that are on the heart word chart. You ready?
Yeah.
Repeat back to me. I lost my backpack.
I lost my backpack.
All right, let's go ahead and start writing now. Remember, start your sentence with a capital letter. I lost my backpack. I lost my backpack. go take a break. But you're not gonna sit in here and squall and make noises. So put your token up and head out. I lost my backpack. I lost my backpack. I lost. Put some spacing there in between your words there, Styles. I lost. I lost. Lost. Have your letters reversed. Listen to my sounds. Lost. That's an ST blend. I lost. Lost. Oh, it's not got double consonants there though. I lost my back. Back. What are we learning about history? Backpack. There you go. I lost my back. Ooh, what are we learning that makes that sound this week? Backpack. Ooh, no, it's not the K. What is this whole lesson today about? It's all about closed syllable words that have that short vowel sound followed by a k sound, and that k sound is made up of a digraph. A digraph that has two letters that have come together to make one sound. Backpack. I hear that sound in both of those words. I lost my backpack. And don't forget, ooh, what did I just say? We're working with a digraph that makes that sound. What digraph have I been talking about this entire lesson? Back. What digraph have I been talking about? Back. Ooh, you forgot your digraph too. I hear two digraphs in the word backpack. Two digraphs. And I'm going to tell you something new else that some of you seem to not know. A couple of you do. So you're going to need to pat yourself on the back if you did this right. Backpack is a compound word. That means they've taken the word back and the word pack and they've squished them together to make one big word. There is no space between back and pack. It's one consistent word. I lost my backpack. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you what your sentence should look like because I see a lot of people that need to fix their sentence. And I need you to remember that if you did not write it at all or you had a really hard time, you need to watch what I do and correct your sentence on your board. And I want to also remind you if you made any mistakes, you need to correct those. You must fix your mistakes. You should have started with a capital I. We always start our sentences with a capital letter, but this pronoun I is always capitalized no matter if it's at the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence. Anytime the word I is alone, it's capitalized. We need finger space. Lost. You could encode this word. Lost. I saw some people that were getting confused with this. This is an ST blend. Remember, we learned about this a long time ago. We have to take what we've learned, Liv, from the beginning of the year, and we still have to apply it now. You will see things come up that we have not talked about in a while because you are expected to have learned it and kept it in your brain. I lost, finger space, my. This is on the heart word chart, so if you didn't know, M-Y, my, spelling, I would refer to the heart word chart. Now, I lost my, there's not enough room for this word because as I said, it's a compound word. Two words have come together to make one word. So I have to return sweep. Ooh, I have a short A sound followed by a K. That's going to be made by that CK digraph. But remember, I said it's a compound word, so there's no space in between back and pack. Ooh, I heard that short A again followed by the K sound. So again, I knew that had to be made by that CK digraph. So I just told you I lost my backpack. I didn't have a lot of feeling, so I would need a period at the end. So make sure your sentence looks just like mine. Fix any problems that you have. Correct any mistakes. Quit making noise. And once you have it correctly written, you may erase your soundboard and put your soundboard and markers away. But we're not quite finished yet with this portion of the lesson. So just clean off your desk, and we're going to take a look at one connected text that we need to practice reading this morning. Oh, we'll use this one. This goes along with our sentence. Chandler, have a seat, sir. No, sir, have a seat. There's not a thing that you need over there. You've been asked to clean off your desk and sit down for your connected text. That's the only thing you've been asked to do. So let's do what we're told to do. All right, so your soundboard should be put away, and your eyes should be on the screen looking at the highlighted sentence that I am blowing up very, very big, so you can start looking at it. And if you're needing to decode something, this sentence is very similar to what you just wrote. Do you recognize that? Do you?
Yes.
You're not even looking at it. How could you say you recognize something that your eyes aren't even on? What's similar about this sentence? Raise your hand if you can tell me what's similar about the sentence we wrote and the one we're about to read. Judah, what do you see? It was talking about how you lost a backpack, and this is too, isn't it? I see the word lost, I see the word backpack, but this is a little bit different. There's something particular on their backpack that they lost. So let's take a look at this word right here, because this is the thing that they lost on their backpack. And I want everybody to look at this word, and if you know it already, then you should be able to ready read it. But if you don't, you need to start really trying to figure it out and decode and blend it. It has that three-letter S blend at the beginning of it, followed by a vowel that is in a closed syllable type because it has a consonant closing off the vowel. So our vowel's going to be long or short? Short. Short. I don't know who's shouting out long, but we've only learned about long vowels either if they're open vowels or if they have that silent E pattern. Is this an open vowel?
No.
Is this a silent E pattern?
No.
No, so it needs to be short because it's closed. The rest of the words in this sentence are very easily read because they're words on the heart word chart, or they're words, again, that you should already know in kindergarten. Show me a thumbs up if you're ready to read this to me, because I really think that this sentence is one that we all should be ready to read. What about you, Max? And what about you, Sabrina? Have you looked up at the sentence, please? Pay attention. All right, you read it to me one time, very quiet. Ready?
I lost the strap to the backpack.
You got this word correct. That was good. But for some reason, some people didn't read that high frequency word correctly. What is that high frequency word? To. Let's try that again.
I lost the strap to the backpack.
To the backpack or the backpack. Yes. Let's do it one more time and scoop it. I lost the strap to the backpack. Again. I lost the strap to the backpack. We want to be able to read fluently. Remember, fluent reading is reading where you're reading like you're talking. We don't have to stop at every other word and decode it and blend it to figure it out. Your goal is to be a fluent reader by the time you leave first grade. So we all need to work very hard on practicing these connected texts and reading your fluency folders. And if you have books in your browsing box, those need to be read as well. All right, guys, that is our lesson for word study for today. Again, we worked with those closed syllable patterns that had that CK diagraph at the end, making that